with Sleep TV.
So I did an interview with somebody and he was just like, producers don't get enough credit or whatever. And I understand that because really, I mean, it's a background job, right? Just like engineering, it's kind of a background job.
For sure.
But somebody commented under that post and he was like, engineers too. And I didn't really say nothing. I mean, it wasn't really nothing for me to say, you know, it's just a comment. But can you like, how do you feel about that? Like, do engineers get enough credit? Do they like need credit? Like,
I mean, absolutely. Everybody that is on this side of the glass deserves their fair share of the credit, because I mean, a lot of it has to do with, you know, investment, not just time but money. You know, mainly a lot of time, because you know, the more you do this, it just gets better and better as you go. And definitely they deserve credit, definitely more credit than what you see nowadays. But you know, a lot of it starts, you know, here, and the end listener doesn't always get to grasp that there's people like us behind the scenes. And yeah, definitely deserves more credit than what's out now. But you know, at the end of the day, the artist is the artist, and if it weren't for the artists, you know, we wouldn't have jobs, we wouldn't get any type of exposure. So I mean, it really starts with them, and we're, as engineers, just capture a great recording, enhance it as much as possible, and make it appealing to the end listener. So I mean, it's definitely a tasking job, but I feel like it's worth it. For sure, it's worth it.
Okay, bet. And I man, my bad to bombard you with questions.
Oh, you good?
I just thought about something else. So I've only actually heard of one engineer have like an actual tag. You probably heard it before, KY Engineering. Have you ever heard that on anything?
I feel like I have. I can't remember, but I feel like I have.
I've recognized that before. Like, do you think engineers should have tags, or like, what you think? Is it necessary?
I feel like that's more of like the producer role, because I mean, you know, if it weren't for all these great producers out here, you know, I could name 100 of them. You know, if it weren't for all of them, you know, it'd be a lot different. So I feel like they deserve the tags. You know, we deserve the credit, like on the album and on the Spotify release, and you know, all the platforms. But I haven't been a huge fan of the tags as an engineer. I've never had a tag. I've had multiple clients of mine tell me that I should have a tag, and I don't know. I haven't committed to one yet, or I haven't felt like I've deserved a tag in a song. But you know, always it's appreciated. Like if a client shouts me out in a track, or you know, on social media, that's definitely huge for me. But as far as putting a tag in every track I work on, I just don't feel like it's necessary.
Right. I actually agree with that. Because I feel like at the end of the day, like, some people, like, they get mad when the producer isn't tagged or the videographer isn't tagged. When, I mean, I can get that maybe if you weren't paid, but that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of on the producer or the videographer, or whatever. But I could care less if somebody didn't tag me in their video, because at the end of the day, in my eyes, it's really all about the artist. That's how I feel.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. I agree with that 100%. So. On Instagram, the studio name is big_river_studio. My personal Instagram is @audiolee.615. You know, I appreciate this interview. I appreciate all the questions. I think we're about to have a great session here with Unstoppable.